what does life look like for Arthur Jumanji these days?
Yeah. Firstly, it's not my real name. It's just my pseudonym for good reason, because I was a cop for a number of years, as you know, in Australia, and the audience won't know that. But moved over to the States because my ex-wife is American, and my boy, and she got a job here, and she brought our young boys over, and I thought, yeah, let's try and start a life there. It didn't quite work out, but I'm definitely staying here for the boys, who are like 6 and 8
Mm-hmm.
at the moment. Yeah, and a few other things, and trying to make life work here.
Yeah, right.
And because I couldn't really think of anything more creative, I got back into policing to get back into some more punishment. Probably one of the more dangerous cities on the planet. I don't know if it is. I don't think it's as dangerous as what they make it out to be. But it's going to have its moments. So I'm now policing in Washington DC.
Mm-hmm.
Went through the academy and bit over a month out on the road here. So it's sort of like a bit nostalgic being out on the road policing again. A lot of times I'm sitting around, I'm watching the streets, and I'm like, oh, this could be like a street in Melbourne where I used to police,
Mm-hmm.
but done a little bit differently.
So
So
what
time
does
over
a
here.
day, when you say out on the road, like, so you just drive around in a car all day? What does a typical day look like for you?
What's patrolling as a police
Yeah.
officer?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, yeah, most of the time, especially in this place, you're attending radio runs
Mm-hmm.
rather than self-initiated tasks, which was more like what I was doing back in Melbourne, mainly because I worked in a unit where we were a bit more proactive, and we weren't the main sort of van for a particular area. We were like a backfill unit. So when we weren't doing protests, because that's essentially what we're doing, we're public order. So when we weren't doing that, which is a lot of the times we weren't working at protests, we would backfill
Mm-hmm.
suburbs and help out and all that kind of stuff. And we would do self-initiated tasks. So meaning we're like basically just like looking to see if there's if there's someone that need to be spoken to because it looks like they're doing something suspicious or whatever it may be. Just proactive patrolling, pulling
Mm-hmm.
over vehicles, doing all that kind of stuff. But here it's different. Here there's usually more than enough work to go around, and they've got to just do the call outs to jobs. So that's what it seems like I'm doing at the moment. I mean, there are proactive and units that do that kind of stuff, but they've got really strong Fourth Amendment rights here, which is rights on interacting with the public without warrants. So it's a bit tougher to sort of, I don't know, I'm not going to call it the wrong term, but shaking people down. You sort of have more ability to do that in Australia. You like, go up to a person and you'll sort of you'll ask them a few terms. You ask them a few things to see if you can identify whether they've said anything unusual to try and develop a search out of them, but you can't really do that over here in the States. It's far more difficult.